Okay, this is Saturday. I already had my lunch, so I'm not hungry. And I don't know what I'm having tonight for supper. Meals are important, but this is kind of just a laid back day for me today. But I wanted to talk to you yesterday sometime on one of my videos. Somebody made a comment, and I don't know whether what they were talking about was true or if it was a landmine they were putting on my channel. As you can see back here, my pup's back there behind me. He's supervisor today. Right, Sparky? He's a supervisor. Oh, he wants to be where any action is. So for him to be here means it's pretty boring today for him. Anyway, I was talking about this thing. I don't know whether it's a landmine or a true story or what it is. But in the last few weeks, I have had people make comments that are, if I were to repeat, they probably would be landmines, because I felt some of them were talking about things that didn't have proof behind them. That could be nothing more than a suspicion of something rather than any substance to what they were saying. And quite a while ago, I said, look, if you've got something, if you see it, say it. Maybe I should have said, if you have proof and you want to bring it, then say it, or something to that effect. Anyway, this story, I consider it one of the worst. I better bring this up where you can hear me a little better. This particular story I'm talking about, if a person was to repeat it and it was untrue, it would be extremely disparaging, and it would hurt the reputation of the person that you're talking about. And if it was found untrue, it would hurt your reputation as well. And even being associated with something like that in any way can put suspicion against everybody around you. Just a minute. Sparky? No. He hears a lawnmower out there, so he's a little upset. He doesn't like it anywhere in his hearing range because he thinks he owns everything that he can see or hear. Kind of like people can be. This rumor, I'm not saying, I don't know if it's rumor or not, but it led into the accusation, and it gave a description of somebody that would lead me to believe that I've heard about him, because it described very well description of somebody that I'd made remarks about in the past, and which would make it worse, even worse, for me to have repeated something like that. And I've always told you what I talk about is my opinion. And it's because maybe I have a negative way of looking at it, or maybe a very positive way of looking at it, okay? Because it's kind of both ways. I talk about good things and bad things. Some of them aren't terrible, and some of them aren't great. But we just talk, and we give our opinion about whatever it is. It could be a person, place, or thing. In this instance here, I had already shut somebody down once that had to talk about something like that on my channel, and I had took them off my channel because of it. Because if you come on here and you start telling things and you don't have proof of it, and they ruin somebody's reputation, it won't stay here. I absolutely will remove it, and I won't let you come back on here to talk about things again, because I can't trust you at that point. You're welcome to come on here, and if you don't agree with my opinion, that's fine. If you have opinions about things, that's fine too. But I don't want you to bring somebody down unless you have the knowledge and proof of it. Let's put it that way. It's better. That way neither one of us will get in trouble. now I know that some of the people out there that have channels, they get down there and they blast away at people, and they make mountains out of molehills. And I've always looked at, if it's a small item and you make a big item out of it, the story, it's the same thing as telling a lie. Because if it's only that big, that's all the bigger it is. It's not this big. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, let me see if I can get in here. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, if you catch a fish and it's only that big, and somebody says it's the width of the screen here, it's hard for me to get this thing straight. It's up there over my head, the darn thing. The camera is. But anyway, that's what I look at. Like a fisherman telling the size of his fish when he caught a fish that was 3 or 4 inches long and he says it's a foot. Now, if he says he caught one, it was a big fish, one of the biggest he ever caught. Now, he could be talking about a minnow, and he would be telling the truth, although, but when he says this 6-inch fish was a foot long, that's a lie. He caught a fish, but now he's adding the size to it. That made it a lie. Okay, well, we have stories that are the same way. When people talk about people, and they do something a little wrong, but they talk about how, they make the story big. Or they tell you how good they are, and then all of a sudden they sound like they're great, and which they may not be. And we have some on here that do that continuously. We do. Well, I don't know about this particular channel, but I'm talking about YouTube in general. Let's put it that way. Here I am. See, I'm making my own potholes to step on, right? Okay, so now you get the general idea that I scrutinize this thing. I give them kind of an answer back about they would have to follow their own conscience on the story, because they were asking should they, turn it in or whatever. And I don't have an answer like that, because if you think something's wrong and you use your own self to talk about it and turn it in, that's fine. But if you ask me to do it, nah, I'm the wrong person to ask, because I don't have the proof. I didn't see the story coming together. Why would I want to get involved in it to the extent of putting my name on it? So, and it's not the first time somebody has asked me to do something similar to that on here in the last few weeks. And I'm wondering if somebody's just trying to sandbag me. It could be. Hopefully I'm not just being a little paranoid. There are a lot of people out there that will lead you on and then let go of you so you fall in the water and drown, in a manner of speaking. So if you see me stepping into one of them landmines, try to warn me out ahead of time. You may see it in my comments, and I may not catch it till a day or two later. Somehow let me know by, when you put a fresh comment, normally I'll see it because I'll pick up on it. Everybody that generates videos know that comments are always brought back up in your video in several different places. Okay, so if you're getting into if you have Gmail or something like that, it'll be on there. There's all kinds of ties back to it anyway. So I don't have to explain it to somebody that puts up vids. For you that don't have videos, you just have this so you can make comments. You probably don't see that part of the YouTube because you're not a creator. And to be a creator, you only have to sign up for it. It's not a big deal. I don't know why more of you aren't creators, because then you could put a video up just like I'm doing with little or no equipment. Matter of fact, you don't have to have any equipment except for this computer in front of you. YouTube will allow you to get on here and talk all you want. Another thing. Now, I was on, Will's had a video up today, and I'd made, I think, 2 comments on there. Very few words. Nothing negative or positive either way. I mean, they're just, and somebody got in there and said, "What, you're inviting Lionette to Willis's?" It's like, I didn't say anything like that. But how many people have seen that one and not mine? Because you can't tie the two together, right? So when you have people on there in your chat room, your live chat, and they start throwing stuff up like that, they're changing your words that you may have spoken. So you have to be very careful. If you put something up there, you gotta want to watch how other people have taken it, because they take it and run with it and actually put other words out there that you had nothing to do with, or you didn't say it. And they were complete, outright lies. Outright lies. I'm not sure why. I know that Willis didn't put him up to doing that because he's not that kind. But I can understand the people that follow another channel out there might do that because they have this propensity to attack, and they're very vicious, and they don't know what the truth is. They have a problem there. I'm beginning to think it's too much Kool-Aid. What do you think? Yeah. Yep, my pup, see, you heard him. He had the last word there, right? Anyway, that's all I've got for today. I just wanted to let you know that there are people out there, and if you're a creator, content creator out there, if they pick up on you from here, okay, from my channel, and follow you home, they may lay some traps out there for you too. Be very careful of what you put your name to, especially the comments that you give back. I've had several of them say, well, you put your heart on their channel, means you loved it. Actually, when you make a comment, I try to make sure you know that I was there. I usually just I'll click the heart on there. And that's mainly to let you know I did read your comment, and I didn't really have a big problem with it. Obviously I didn't throw it off my channel, so it was there. It doesn't mean I agree with you 100%. But anyway, this person likes to come back on and say everything negative they can about people that are on my channel that may say something, and I put a heart by your comment. And then they want to put those words that you said into my mouth and repeat them. And not only on my channel, okay? They love to go back and tell it to other people. So right away, they're thinking, you're a bad person and I'm a bad person because you commented on my channel. I've also had people where I went on a channel and they put on there, they send me a note and say, I took a snapshot of that. I just want you to know I'm taking shots. And what they're doing is they copy whatever message I may put on somebody, especially if it's positive. Then they'll grab it and they take it back to their fair-haired boy. So there's a lot of them out there, and they are following people around. Just especially if you're on a channel like mine, the content, giving opinions. And obviously, if you have an opinion, you're never going to please everybody out there. And you can be very down the middle with your opinions, and it won't matter. Because all that happens then, everybody gets mad at you when you're going down and walking the top of the picket fence. You know, from both sides of the fence, they're all mad at you. Believe me, I know about that. Everybody wants you to be one side or the other. And to be honest, you have to call out both sides when it's deserved, one way or the other, positives and negatives. Just do it. I mean, you don't want to make people feel bad where they can't sleep at night. You don't have to get mean about it. Try to put it as constructive as you can if you have an opinion. Some people get extremely upset when you give an opinion, and they wear their heart on their sleeve, and man, right away they're chopping your head off. If I do that to you, come back and say, Ray, you said you wouldn't do that. So anyway, that's it. Hope you have a good weekend. And don't take what I'm saying negative towards you as an individual. I'm just telling you what happened and what to beware of. With that, I tell you, have a good weekend. Goodbye.